Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Rice-Gaiser, and today I wanted to talk to you about the slab roller. So might be a little bit shaky, but I'm going to be moving my equipment around a little bit just so you can see. So in front of me, we have the slab roller. This is what it looks like. I also have my dot camera sign right over there too, just so I can give you a couple of different vantage points so you can see a little bit better what it is that I'm doing. So first and foremost, I am going to move my camera down this way so you can see what I'm doing with my clay. So first, I am going to make sure that I take a small piece of the block that you have, and you are going to manipulate it and wedge it to make sure you remove any of the air bubbles. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm also pushing it down so that way I'm beginning to flatten it out. Okay, so now I need to make sure that I have a certain thickness, and I will talk to those of you who are using a rolling pin. But right now I wanted to just go over this different part, okay? So I am going to switch gears to a different camera. And here we go. All right, so if you take note, this is a dial and it's on both sides of the slab roller. So I have over here, this is the dial to dial it to the right thickness. And right now I am going to have it so it is between 1/8 and 1/4 of an inch thick. I need to do that for both sides. So I'm going to turn this camera slightly. I know it's upside down right now, but the same thing, you are going to do the same on this side as well. So that way it is even in thickness. Okay, so once you have both sides that are exactly the same, then you are going to take a look, and I'm going to swap out cameras again. I think it'll be a little bit easier for you all to see. I'll do my best with this one. Okay, so I'm going to move a few things aside and kind of hope for the best right here. All right, I'll move this camera out of the way as well. So for my slab roller, on the one side, I have this wheel. I also have then 2 pieces of canvas. We always want to make sure that we have our clay in between the 2 sides of canvas. And as I'm rolling it in one direction, I want the longer part of the canvas so that way it moves with the clay. Because as the clay is squished down, it's going to elongate. We want to make sure that we never get it directly on the roller because it won't come off. So I put my clay, as it is flattened, it's wedged and flattened out against the roller. Okay, I'm putting it in between the 2 pieces of canvas. Now with one hand, I am going to pull it toward me and I am going to roll it. Once you feel the release of pressure, you will know that you have rolled the rest of the clay. So you're going to have a piece that is just like this. And I will show you the thickness. It is really, really thin. All right, and then ultimately you're going to bring this back upstairs to our classroom. And the big thing is we want to make sure we can fit a 4x4 piece on this particular slab, okay? In addition, I have space to do my next one, which could even be a little bit thinner than that. That one could actually, if I'm looking at my settings, I can do those at 1/8 of an inch thick. But again, they need to be the same on both sides. So there's a lot of people that are going to be using this slab roller. So you need to make sure that you double check both sides. Now, when you guys come upstairs, I am going to ask that you wash your hands with soap and water because other people are touching it and we need to follow protocol for COVID. All right, so I'm going to roll out one more for you guys. I'm going to keep this one to the side. I'm bringing my canvas down with me so I have somewhere to set it. Now, technically, I could probably get 2 of my 4-inch boxes on here. I'm going to roll out one more. So same thing, I grabbed a small piece of the clay. Whatever clay you are not using, guys, please make sure that you are wrapping it in a dampened paper towel, not just slightly dampened. Put it under the water, and I'll show you how to do that in class. And we want to make sure that things are wet enough and maintain the moisture. If your clay dries out, you will not have anything to work with. So I'm going to put my clay here to the side, and I'm going to go ahead and do this one more time. Okay, so I'm wedging my clay. This you can do upstairs, and then you're going to bring it down, and we're going to quickly take turns. I'm going to now go toward you. So what means that I have my longer part here. I'm going toward you. So this is the shorter part of the canvas. So once I have my clay, it's wedged out and it's flattened, I'm going to open up the canvas, put my clay in between like a sandwich. Okay, the clay goes in the middle. I'm going to pull toward you, and I'm going to roll. And there I have my next smaller slab. Okay, this one again is really, really skinny. We want to make sure that we don't have anything that is too skinny. I'll let you see it. Too skinny, because otherwise it gets hard to work with. We don't want it too long either. So you're going to bring this back up to the classroom and just make sure I brought down my card to ensure that I have enough of a clay area so I can cut these out. All right, guys, that's all for now. Thanks.